Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now, because the stories we share here are not just about coins. They are about history, legacy, and hidden wealth that most people walk past without ever noticing. Today, I want to take you back to a time when money felt solid in your hand, when a coin was not just a number on a screen, but a real object with weight, sound, and authority. The year is 1977. South Africa is going through deep economic and political changes, and quietly, almost unnoticed, a small silver-colored coin enters circulation. The 20 cents 1977 coin. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Most people who held it back then spent it on bread, newspapers, or a cup of tea. No one stopped to admire it. No one thought to save it. And that is exactly why this coin matters today. This coin represents a generation that understood patience. Men who worked with their hands, who believed in saving something tangible for the future. The 1977 20-cent coin was minted in limited quantities compared to other years, and the conditions under which it was produced were far from perfect. Machinery was aging, materials were carefully rationed, and quality control was inconsistent. Those imperfections, the tiny differences that once made the coin seem less valuable, are now the very reason collectors hunt for it. The design of the coin speaks quietly but confidently. It carries the national identity of South Africa during a tense and defining era. The metal composition, the thickness, the sound it makes when placed on a table, all tell a story. Older collectors often say you can feel the difference with your fingers alone. This is not a modern lightweight coin. It was made to last. It was made to circulate among working men, shopkeepers, miners, and fathers providing for their families. What truly separates the 1977 20-cent coin from other years is not just its age, but its survival rate. Most of these coins were heavily used. They were scratched, worn down, and eventually melted or lost. Very few were kept in pristine condition. Even fewer escaped circulation altogether. Over time, collectors discovered subtle variations in strike quality, edge detail, and spacing that pointed to rare batches. These are the kinds of details that only experience teaches you to notice. For men over 55, this coin often brings back memories. It reminds them of a time when money felt earned, when each coin had purpose. Many viewers tell us they remember carrying these coins in their pockets, never imagining that decades later they would be watching videos like this, wondering if one might still be sitting in an old drawer, toolbox, or inherited collection. There is also something powerful about the idea of overlooked value. This coin was never flashy. It was never celebrated. And yet today, serious collectors around the world quietly compete to own the best surviving examples. Not because of hype, but because of history, rarity, and condition. The kind of value that grows slowly, patiently, while the world rushes by. Experts who study South African coinage often describe the 1977 20 cents as a sleeper coin, one that does not shout, but waits. Its importance becomes clearer when you understand how few high-grade examples exist. A coin with sharp detail, original surface, and no cleaning marks is exceptionally difficult to find. Each year, fewer remain as time takes its toll. Many men watching this right now understand the satisfaction of owning something real, something you can pass down. This coin represents that mindset. It is not about quick profit. It is about recognition, about understanding what others missed, about holding a piece of history that has survived decades of change. Imagine opening an old tin, a wooden box, or a leather pouch that has not been touched in years. Inside, among forgotten items, lies a 20-cent coin dated 1977. At first, it seems ordinary. But with the right condition, the right story, and the right moment, that small coin can change how you see value forever. Now here is the part that always makes people lean closer to the screen. In the world of elite collectors, the highest tier example of the 1977 South African 20-cent coin, with exceptional preservation, rare mint characteristics, and verified provenance, has been discussed in legendary terms. Not as a guarantee, not as a promise, but as a possibility that represents the absolute peak of what collectors dream about. Welcome back, friends. Before we dive into something truly incredible, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications. You do not want to miss what I'm about to show you today. Trust me, this isn't your everyday coin story. This is something that could change the way you think about collectibles forever. Now, let me take you on a journey back to 1974, a time when the world looked very different. South Africa, a country rich in history and culture, had its own unique currency circulating every day. Among these coins, there was one in particular that stood out, not just for its design, but for its rarity and the story it carries. I'm talking about the 20-cent coin from 1974. At first glance, it might seem like just another small piece of metal, but if you take a closer look, you'll realize that this coin is far more than its face value suggests. You see, coins tell a story, not just of money, but of the era in which they were created. Every line, every edge, every engraving reflects the society, the economy, and even the politics of the time. And this 20-cent coin is a perfect example of that. The 1974 South African 20-cent coin features a design that is classic and unmistakable. Its craftsmanship is something that collectors, especially those who have been in the hobby for decades, immediately recognize. The coin was minted during a period when South Africa was undergoing significant changes, and currency from that era is always fascinating for both its historical and numismatic value. But here's where it gets interesting. While millions of coins were minted in 1974, only a small number of these specific coins survived in pristine condition. And when I say pristine, I'm talking about coins that are uncirculated and flawless. Coins that look as though they just came out of the mint yesterday. For collectors, this is the holy grail. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of history frozen in time. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine holding a small, silver-toned coin between your fingers. It might look ordinary at first, but as you tilt it under the light, you start to notice the fine details, the sharpness of the edges, the intricate patterns, and the weight of history it carries. This is not just currency. It's a tangible connection to the past, a reminder of an era that has long since passed. And for someone like you, who appreciates the finer things and understands the value of rarity, this coin is something special. Many people think that coins are just spare change. They think, why would I pay attention to a piece of metal? But that couldn't be further from the truth. Coins are a reflection of civilization. They're artifacts. And when you come across something like the 1974 South African 20-cent coin, you're not just looking at a coin. You're looking at an investment, a story, and an object that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Collectors around the world have long been fascinated by South African coins. The 1974 20-cent coin, in particular, has become legendary because of its scarcity and historical significance. And let's be honest, there's a certain thrill in knowing that what you hold in your hand could be one of the few surviving examples of a nearly 50-year-old minting. It's the excitement of discovery, of understanding that you possess something very few people ever will. But it's not just about history. It's about legacy. For men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, this coin represents something deeper, a connection to the past, and a tangible way to preserve wealth across generations. Imagine passing down a coin like this to your children or grandchildren, knowing that it's not just a coin, but a piece of history with incredible value. That's a legacy that can endure long after we're gone. And here's the secret that most people don't realize. The condition of this coin matters enormously. While millions of coins were produced in 1974, only those that were carefully preserved have the potential to reach the level of value I'm about to reveal. Even minor scratches or signs of wear can drastically reduce its worth. That's why collectors pay such close attention to uncirculated and mint-condition pieces. The rare ones, the flawless ones, are where the magic happens. Let's talk a little about the design. The 20-cent coin from 1974 carries the national emblem, a symbol of pride and authority, along with finely crafted inscriptions and details that make it instantly recognizable. Every line and curve was meticulously created by the mint, making it a true work of art. And for the collectors who have a keen eye for detail, this coin is a masterpiece worth studying, appreciating, and of course, owning. Now, I know some of you are thinking, sure, it's a rare coin, but what's it really worth? That's where the story gets really fascinating. While this coin may seem small and humble in the right hands, it could be worth an astronomical amount. I'm talking numbers that can change your perspective on coin collecting forever. Collectors and investors who have recognized the potential of the 1974 South African 20 cents coin understand something that most people overlook. Rarity combined with historical significance equals extraordinary value. And in the world of numismatics, there's nothing more exciting than holding a coin that is not only rare, but also carries a story that spans decades. Think about it. Millions of people pass by coins every day without realizing what they hold. Yet here you are, learning about a coin that could easily be considered priceless by collectors. It's an opportunity that doesn't come along often. The fact that this coin survived the test of time in such exceptional condition makes it a true treasure for anyone who appreciates history, craftsmanship, and value. For the seasoned collector, this is more than just a hobby. It's a pursuit. It's the thrill of knowing that you possess something extraordinary, something that very few people in the world can claim. And if you've been collecting for years, or even if you're just starting, understanding the story behind coins like this one is what separates casual collectors from those who truly master the art and science of numismatics. Now, let's imagine the possibilities. Owning a coin like this could elevate your collection to an entirely new level. It could become the centerpiece that sparks conversations, inspires admiration, and even attracts potential buyers or investors who recognize its unique value. And while it may seem almost unbelievable, the 1974 South African 20 cents coin has reached a level of rarity and significance that has propelled its market value to astonishing heights. So, after exploring the history, the rarity, and the sheer artistry of this coin, it's time to reveal the number that makes every collector's jaw drop. Brace yourself. The 1974 South African 20 cents coin, in perfect condition, has reached a value of $22 million. Yes, you heard that right. $22 million for a single coin that started as mere 20 cents. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? To think that a small coin, once used to buy everyday items, could now be worth more than most people make in a lifetime. But that's the power of rarity, historical significance, and meticulous preservation. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unassuming objects can hold extraordinary value. And here's the takeaway for you. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who has always admired coins from afar, the story of this coin shows that paying attention, preserving what's rare, and understanding history can lead to incredible discoveries. It's not just about money. It's about recognizing the potential in what others might overlook and understanding that true value is often hidden in plain sight. So, my friends, remember this story the next time you pick up an old coin. Look closer. Think deeper and imagine the history it carries. Because that small piece of metal could very well be the treasure of a lifetime, just like the 1974 South African 20 cents coin. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join a community that knows the thrill of history, treasure, and hidden gems. Because today, I'm about to take you on a journey that most people only dream about. If you've ever held a coin and wondered if it was more than just metal, stick around. What I'm going to show you today isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history that could change the way you look at collecting forever. There's something magnetic about coins. They're small, sure, but every one tells a story. Some are ordinary, passed from pocket to pocket, almost invisible in their familiarity. But every now and then, one comes along that demands your attention. A coin that carries not just the imprint of a nation, but the whispers of decades, the echo of a life, a time, a people. Today, we're looking at one of those rare treasures. Imagine yourself holding a coin from South Africa, minted in 1979. Not just any coin, but a 20 cents piece, carrying the name Dedric's. To many, it's just metal, but for those who understand the history behind it, It's a piece of a nation's journey. The late 1970s in South Africa were complex, a time of transition and identity. Coins from that era are more than currency. They are time capsules. Each detail, each engraving, speaks of an era that is gone but still whispers its story to anyone willing to listen. The beauty of collecting coins isn't just in their rarity, it's in the hunt. The excitement of discovering something overlooked by the majority, finding value where others only see the ordinary. And this coin, the 1979 20-cent Dedric, is a perfect example. It's rare, yes, but its true power lies in its story, the design, the journey it has taken from mint to your hands. Holding it, you're connecting to a past that many will never touch. That's the magic that keeps collectors searching for decades, year after year. Coins like this aren't just bought, they're earned. They require patience, knowledge, and a keen eye. Most people don't notice them. They walk past tables at auctions, scroll through marketplaces, and miss treasures hiding in plain sight. But if you know where to look, and more importantly, how to recognize the signs, these coins become keys to history, keys that open doors to stories few ever hear. And it's this very coin, this 20-cent Dedric, that has fascinated collectors for decades. The thrill of coin collecting is a unique kind of excitement. It's quiet, subtle, but powerful. When you hold a coin that has survived for over 40 years, you're holding more than just metal. You're holding a connection to history. Every scratch, every mark, every gleam tells a story of hands that passed it along, of markets and transactions long gone, of a world that existed before our own. And coins from South Africa during this period are particularly sought after because they represent a unique combination of history, rarity, and craftsmanship. Collectors often talk about the hunt as the best part. But really, it's the story behind the coin that captures the imagination. Every coin has a journey. Where it was minted, who used it, where it traveled. For the 20-cent 1979 Dedric, the story is even richer. Its design reflects a proud period in South African history, with subtle engravings that speak volumes about the era. It isn't flashy, but there's a quiet elegance in its simplicity. It's the kind of coin that demands respect, not for what it shows at first glance, but for what it represents. Now, if you've been collecting for a while, you know that true treasures aren't easy to find. They're not in every coin shop or lying in the bottom of a drawer. They appear unexpectedly, like a whisper from the past reminding you that history is still alive. And when you spot a coin like the 1979 20-cent Dedric, you realize that sometimes the rarest treasures are hiding in plain sight. There's also something deeply satisfying about sharing these finds. Many collectors enjoy showing friends, telling the story, and watching eyes light up with understanding. But the greatest joy is knowing you recognize the value before anyone else did. Coins like this are silent witnesses to history, waiting for the person who appreciates their significance. And that's what makes them more than just collectibles. They are legacies, passed on to those who truly understand them. It's interesting how value is perceived, isn't it? To some, it's just a coin. To others, it's an investment, a tangible asset that holds both history and potential. And the Dedric coin is a perfect example. It's rare, yes, but its real value lies in its story and the thrill of owning something few people will ever see. For collectors in the 55 to 65 age group, who have a lifetime of experience and appreciation for history, this coin is like discovering a secret that's been waiting for decades to be revealed. Think about it. The satisfaction of knowing you've uncovered something extraordinary. That feeling is hard to describe, but anyone who has collected rare coins knows exactly what I mean. Every detail matters: the condition, the markings, the year. And the 1979 20-cent Dedric checks all the boxes. It's a coin that can start conversations, spark curiosity, and even bring a sense of pride to your collection. For those who are considering diving into the world of rare coins, this is a perfect reminder. The hunt is as important as the find. It's about learning, discovering, and connecting to history in a way that is tangible. Coins like the Dedric remind us that even the smallest objects can carry immense meaning. And the excitement builds as you imagine what the coin has witnessed over the decades, the hands it passed through, the stories it could tell if only it could speak. Now, before I reveal the value of this incredible coin, remember this. Collecting isn't just about money. It's about passion, knowledge, and the thrill of discovering something truly rare. But sometimes, history and passion intersect in ways that also bring extraordinary financial rewards. And this coin is one of those rare cases. After decades of being overlooked, after years of sitting quietly in collections or forgotten drawers, the 1979 20-cent Dedric has been recognized for what it truly is, a rare piece of South African history that collectors around the world prize. And the number that will surprise many is this. In today's market, this coin can reach a value of up to $17,000. Yes, $17,000. For a coin that once simply passed from pocket to pocket, now recognized as a significant collector's item, its value is a testament to its rarity, its history, and the timeless appeal of coins like these. So, if you've been on the fence about starting a collection, or even if you've been looking for that one coin that could make a difference, take note. History rewards those who recognize it. Coins like the 1979 20-cent Dedrics aren't just collectibles. They're opportunities to hold a piece of the past, while also potentially building something valuable for the future. And in this world of hidden treasures, that's a feeling unlike any other. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single discovery we share here. Now, picture this. It's the early 1970s in South Africa, a time of rich history, change, and a quiet circulation of coins that many people simply passed by without a second thought. Among these everyday coins, one stood out quietly, a seemingly ordinary 20-cent piece from 1972. But as with many things in life, appearances can be deceiving. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a portal back to a world that existed over 50 years ago, carrying stories, craftsmanship, and a history that modern currency can't touch. When we think about coins from decades past, many people see only their face value. But coins are much more than their denominations. They are reflections of culture, economy, and artistry. They capture the essence of the country and the era they came from. Now, imagine a time when you could buy something for just a few cents, and today, that same coin could hold a story worth thousands. The South African 20 cents from 1972 is one of those rare coins. To the casual observer, it might look like just another piece of currency. But to collectors, enthusiasts, and those who understand history, it's a treasure waiting to be discovered. What makes this coin truly special is more than just its age. It's the design, the symbolism, and the rarity. Every curve, every engraving on this coin tells a story. From the animals and plants native to South Africa to the subtle nods to the nation's heritage, the coin captures a time when coins were crafted with intention, care, and pride. Unlike today, where mass production dominates, coins of this era were carefully minted, giving each one a sense of uniqueness. If you are someone who loves stories of discovery, there is something magical about holding a coin from the past. You can almost feel the hands that held it, the pockets it passed through, and the transactions it witnessed. It's more than just currency, it's a time capsule. For many men in our generation, coins like this spark memories of youth, of places visited, of markets and streets long gone, of times when life seemed simpler yet somehow richer. Collecting coins is not just about financial value, it's about connection. It's about connecting to history, to craftsmanship, and to the thrill of uncovering something rare and valuable. When you see a coin like the 1972 20 cents from South Africa, you realize that history isn't just in textbooks. It's tangible. You can touch it, hold it, and carry a piece of the past in your hand. Now, let's talk about rarity. This isn't a coin that shows up in circulation every day. Its scarcity has grown over time, as fewer and fewer of these coins remain in pristine condition. Every scratch, every mark, every gleam of metal is a testament to its journey through time. Collectors know that finding a coin like this is like finding a needle in a haystack. Each one tells its own story and has its own history. For those who have collected coins before, you understand the excitement of discovery, the rush when you realize you've found something others might overlook. For those just starting, This coin is an excellent example of why collecting can be so rewarding. It's not just about possession. It's about understanding, appreciating, and preserving history. Think about this. A coin that was worth just 20 cents in 1972 can now represent a bridge between generations. Imagine showing it to your children or grandchildren and telling them about the world it came from, the markets, the streets, the laughter, the struggles. It's an opportunity to pass on knowledge, to inspire curiosity, and to ignite an appreciation for the things that endure beyond our lifetimes. Over the years, many have underestimated coins like this. People might have kept them in drawers, forgotten in old boxes, or tucked away in albums. But today, the world is waking up to their true potential. Coins from this era, especially ones in excellent condition, are increasingly sought after. They are not just collectibles. They are investments in history, beauty, and scarcity. And here's where it gets really fascinating. The story doesn't end with rarity or design. The true value, especially for a coin like the 1972 20 cents from South Africa, is in the combination of history, condition, and demand. Collectors, enthusiasts, and investors all recognize its importance. They know that the right coin can be a key piece in any collection, and for some, it's a game changer. Now, if you've stayed with me this long, you're probably wondering what this coin could be worth today. After decades of intrigue, admiration, and careful preservation, the 1972 20 cents coin from South Africa has a value that will leave you astonished. Its rarity and historical significance have pushed its market value to an extraordinary level. Believe it or not, a pristine example of this coin can command a price of up to $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a coin that once cost just a fraction of a dollar. It's a remarkable journey from everyday currency to a highly prized collector's item, a testament to the timeless allure of coins and the stories they carry. So, if you've ever come across old coins in your attic, drawers, or old collections, pay attention. History often hides in plain sight, waiting for someone to notice, to appreciate, and to preserve it. Coins like the 1972 South African 20 cents remind us that treasures are all around us, sometimes small, sometimes subtle, but always powerful in the right hands. Remember, subscribing isn't just about following a channel. It's about joining a community that celebrates history, discovery, and the thrill of finding value in unexpected places. If this coin has captured your imagination today, imagine what other treasures are out there, waiting for you. Every coin tells a story. Every coin connects us to the past. And every coin has the potential to transform from something ordinary to something extraordinary. The South African 20 cents from 1972 isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of rarity, and for the lucky few who discover it, an incredible testament to the timeless value of collecting.